my original question has to do with why is this so popular for consumption today? All of these people are having parties and inviting friends over to listen to podcasts about psychopaths and about their murders and about the crimes that they committed, and some that got away with it and some that didn't. And there's always something for me of interest in why are we consuming these particular monsters, right? So the zombies to me seemed like an easy one. We see ourselves as feeling a bit dead. We're working as a herd, just moving together in some sense. That's very surface level stuff. But this move toward psychopathy, I'm not sure I can get my head around that. And that's why I was curious about both of you, because you see this, you're in there dealing with this. Is there something in the culture that we should be worried about that we're consuming this as entertainment?
Yes, and I'm understanding your question better now too. I think there's such a prevalence of shame, especially for males, that uh, one study found that just holding a gun made a person feel more powerful, and that the there's so much shaming and bullying in schools, and for boys they're trained to be more independent and to cut off ties of affection to their mothers much more than girls. And there are only so many people who can be top of the heap, and with success so defined and males being pushed to have success, there's a tremendous amount of shame. And as you can see by looking around, a tremendous amount of rage. But one of the results of unprocessed shame that some people have been looking into, like Melvin Lansky and Helen Black Lewis, who was deceased, but is that shame that is not processed turns into rage. And unless you can find a way to process both of those, it can be acted out because you don't know what it is.
Right. It's not only that, it's that, and also shame is a cause of dissociation.
Yes.
And when shame gets dissociated, it becomes compartmentalized and becomes a kind of well that accumulates and builds on itself, rage and hostility. Uh, and and like the killer in Uvalde, this is something that could have triggered his rage and caused him to snap and lose control. You were mentioning this is neurophysiology. There's an interesting study called Hurtful Words by Martin Teicher, where he studied kids who were being bullied in school. And he used, I think it was functional MRIs to look at their brains. And the corpus callosum, that bundle of fibers that allows left and right hemispheres to communicate with each other, were actually shrank in children who were being bullied. It does eventually grow back. I don't know if it goes back to the ordinary volume, but once the bullying is stopped. But it has an effect on brain and mind.